once again to my channel, which is English Topics with Neeti. Today we are going to learn the third lesson, The Umbrella Man, from Intermediate first year syllabus, and this lesson is written by Roald Dahl. Roald Dahl is a popular children's author of the 20th century. He is a popular children's author. His famous work is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, we all know very well, and it is most widely read of his books. He wrote scripts for films also, and this is about Roald Dahl, and this story is a very funny story which tells about the trick of an old man, right? Let us go into the lesson. The name of the lesson is The Umbrella Man, written by Roald Dahl. I am going to tell you about a funny thing that happened to my mother and me yesterday evening. I am 12 years old girl and I am a girl. So the story is narrated by a 12-year-old girl. My mother is 34, but I am nearly as tall as she already. So the girl says that she is only 12 years old. She is a girl, she is 12 years, and her mother is about 34 years old, but she is as tall as her mother. Yesterday afternoon, my mother took me up to London to see the dentist. So this girl and her mother, the name of the girl is not mentioned, the girl and the mother went to see the dentist. He found one hole, it was a back tooth, and he filled it without hurting me too much. After that we went to a cave. I had a banana split and my mother had a cup of coffee. By the time we got up to leave, it was about 6 o'clock. So the mother and the daughter, they went to see a dentist, and the dentist treats her, and after treating they went to a cave and they had something in the cave, and then they finally at about 6 o'clock they left the cave. When we came out of the cave, it started to rain. So when the girl and her mother, they came out of the cave, it started to rain. We must get a taxi, my mother said. We were wearing ordinary hats and coats and it was raining quite hard. So it was raining very heavily. It was raining very heavily, and the mother and the daughter both thought they must take a taxi. Why don't we go back into the cave and wait for it to stop? I said. I wanted another of those split bananas. They were gorgeous. So the girl said, why don't we go back to the cave again and wait for the rain to stop? Because the girl wanted to eat more of the banana splits which she had eaten already. And it isn't going to stop, my mother said. We must get home. We stood on the pavement. Pavement is a footpath. In the rain, looking for a taxi. So the mother said, the rain is not going to stop now. So let us go home. And they were waiting for a taxi on the pavement. And lots of them came by, but they all had passengers inside them. I wish we had a car with a chauffeur, my mother said. Children, who is a chauffeur? A chauffeur is a person who drives a car, and also he takes a person whose job is to drive a car, especially for somebody rich or important. So this is the meaning of a chauffeur. So mother said, I wish we had a chauffeur. Just then a man came up to us. He was a small man and he was pretty old, probably 70 or more. He raised his hat politely. Children, we know that in foreign countries, as the sign of respect, they take out their hats, right? So one old man came. He was about 70 years old, and the man took off his hat as a sign of respect and said to my mother, excuse me, I do hope you will excuse me. He had a fine white moustache and bushy white eyebrows and wrinkly pink face. So this is the description of the old man. He had a fine white moustache and bushy white eyebrows and wrinkly pink face. The face was pink in color and it was wrinkled. He was sheltering under an umbrella which was held high over his head. Yes, my mother said, very cool and distant. I wonder if I could ask a small favor of you. Favor is a request. He said, it is only a very small favor. I saw my mother looking at him suspiciously. Suspiciously is doubting. She is a suspicious person, my mother. She is especially suspicious of two things, strange men and boiled eggs. When she cuts off the top of the boiled egg, she pokes around inside with a spoon as though expecting to find a mouse or something. So the girl's mother is doubtful of two things. One is strange men, and the second thing is a boiled egg. So when she's about to boil an egg, she breaks the egg on the top and she checks with a spoon or a fork to see if something is there inside. With strange men, she had golden rule which says, the nice the man seems to be, the more suspicious you must become. So the mother felt very suspicious because the man was extremely polite to her. So what mother feels is, if a man is very polite, we must doubt him. This little old man was particularly nice. He was polite, he was well spoken, he was well dressed, and he was a real gentleman. The reason I knew he was a gentleman was because of his shoes. You can always spot a gentleman by the shoes he wears. Was another of my mother's favorite sayings. This man had beautiful brown shoes. So the mother also said that if a person has good shoes, then we need to suspect the man. The truth of the matter is, the little man was saying, I've got myself into a bit of scrape. I need some help. Not much, I assure you. It's almost nothing in fact, but I do need it. You see, madam, old people like me often become terribly forgetful. So what is the man saying? Ma'am, I need a favor of you, right? It is just just a difficult situation and I need to handle. It's nothing, but I am in need. So you see, madam, old people like me are very, very forgetful. My mother's chin was up and she was staring down at him along the full length of her nose. It was fearsome thing. This frosty nosed stare of my mother's. Most people go to pieces completely when she gives it to them. I once saw my own headmistress begin to stammer and simper like an idiot when my mother gave her a really full frosty nose. So she was staring, and the mother was staring at the old man very suspiciously. And it once happened that when the headmistress of this girl also had an argument with the mother saw her, the mother's look made the principal or the headmistress to stammer and simper. But the little man on the pavement with the umbrella over his head didn't bat an eyelid. Children bat an eyelid in the sense he was not at all afraid. He gave a gentle smile and said, I beg you to believe, madam, that I am not in the habit of stopping ladies in the street and telling them my troubles. I should hope not, my mother said. So the man said, madam, I am not to trouble you, but I am in some need. And the woman said, yes, I hope you will not trouble me. I felt quite embarrassed by my mother's sharpness. I wanted to say to her, oh mummy, for heaven's sake, he is very old man and sweet and polite and he is in some sort of trouble. So don't be so beastly to him. What is beast, children? Beast is an animal. So the girl wanted to say to her mother that, mother, don't be so harsh to this old man. But I didn't say anything. But the girl was afraid of her mother, so she didn't say anything. The little man shifted his umbrella from one hand to another. I have never forgotten it before, he said. You have never forgotten what? My mother asked sternly, strictly. So the old man said, never I have forgotten like this. And the mother of the girl says, what didn't you forget? My wallet, he said. Wallet is a purse, children. I must have left it on the jacket. Isn't that the silliest thing to do? So he says, I must have forgotten my wallet in the other jacket. So that is how I forgot. Are you asking me to give you money? My mother said. Oh, good gracious me, not. He cried, heaven forbid I should ever do that. So the mother asked, do you want some money from me? The old man said, no, I don't want any money from you. Then what are you asking? My mother said, do hurry up. We are getting soaked in the skin here. Soaked in the skin, we are really getting wet here. I know you are, he said, and that is why I am offering you this umbrella of mine to protect you and to keep forever. If only what, my mother said, if only you would give me in return £1 for my taxi fare just to get me home. So what does the old man finally want? The old man finally wants a pound. He wants £1, right? And then, children, we know pound is, what is a pound? What is our currency? Our currency is rupee. And this old man, he wants a pound. Pound is a currency, right? And then, if only what my mother said, if only you give me in return a pound for my taxi fare just to get me home. My mother was still suspicious. If you had no money in the first place, then how did you get here? So the mother is asking, if only you didn't have any money, how did you get here? How did you come here? I walked, he answered. Every day I go for a lovely long walk and then I summon a taxi to get me home. So what answer does the old man give? He says that I walked all the way down here and while returning I always take a taxi home. Someone is to call. I do it every day of the year. So this is what the old man says to the lady. Why don't you walk home now? My mother asked. Oh, I wish I could, he said. I do wish I could, but I don't think I could manage it on these silly old legs of mine. I have gone too far already. So the old man says, and the mother asks, why don't you go home walking now? So the old man replies, saying, I can't go home walking because my legs are very weak. I can't return. My mother stood there chewing her lower lip. She was beginning to melt a bit. I could see that. Melt a bit means, in the sense, she had a little soft corner, and the idea of getting an umbrella to shelter under must have tempered her a good deal. So, the old man offered her the umbrella for a pound. So, the old man asked, you give me 1 pound and I'll give you my silk umbrella. Then what happened? It's a lovely umbrella, the man said. So I have noticed, my mother said. It's silk, he said. I can see that. Then why don't you take it, madam? He said. It cost me over 20 pounds. I promise you. But now it's of no importance so long as I can get home and rest these old legs of mine. So the old man said, okay, fine, madam. You can have this umbrella. It cost about 20 pounds. If you can lend me, if you can give me 1 pound, instead I will give you the umbrella which cost about 20 pounds. I saw my mother's hand feeling for the clasp of her purse. So then the mother was searching for 1 pound in her purse. She saw me watching her. I was giving her one of my own frosty nosed looks this time. And she knew exactly what I was telling her. Now listen, mummy. I was telling her, you simply mustn't take advantage of a tired old man in this way. So the girl, she wanted to tell her mother, don't take advantage of this old man. You are offering him only 1 pound and instead you are taking an umbrella which is worth 20 pounds. It is a rotten thing to do. It's a very bad thing to do. My mother paused and looked back at me. Then she said to the little man, I don't think it's quite right that I should take an umbrella from you worth 20 pounds. I think I'd better just give you the taxi fare and be done with it. Then the mother said to the little man, okay, fine. I will not take the umbrella, but I will give you 1 pound. This is what the mother said. No, 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 he cried. It's out of question. I wouldn't dream of it. Not in a million years. I'd never accept money from you like that. Take the umbrella, dear lady, and keep the rain off your shoulders. Right? But the old man refused to take the money. And he said, please take the umbrella in return. My mother gave a triumphant sideways look. Triumphant is a victorious, as if she won something. There you are, she was telling me. You are wrong. He wants me to have it. She fished into her purse and took out a pound note. She held it out to the little man. He took it and handed her the umbrella. He pocketed the pound, raised his hat, gave a quick bow from the waist, and said, children, W-A-I-S-T. Waist is the lower part of the body. Here, from the hip downwards. It's not waist, it is waist. And said, thank you, madam, thank you. Then he was gone. So the old man gave her the umbrella, the mother the umbrella, and he took the 1 pound note and he went away. Come under here and keep drying, darling, my mother said. Aren't we lucky? I have never had a silk umbrella before. I couldn't afford it. So the mother was very happy. Why were you so horrid to him in the beginning, I asked. I wanted to satisfy myself he wasn't a trickster. Trickster is a person who plays tricks, or a deceiver, or a cheater. She said, and I did. He was a gentleman. I'm very pleased I was able to help him. Yes, mummy, I said. Real gentleman, she went on. Wealthy too. Otherwise, he wouldn't have had a silk umbrella. I shouldn't be surprised if he's a titled person. Sir Harry Goldsworth or something like that. So the girl said, maybe he's the titled person also. Children, tomorrow we'll continue the same lesson. If at all you want to learn any part of the grammar which is prescribed for first year intermediate syllabus, you can check the link which is given in the description. Thanks for watching.